Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Rama
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Rama Hare Hare.
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radharamana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya.
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radharamana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya.
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radharamana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya.
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radharamana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya.
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radharamana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya.
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya, Radharamana Hare Govinda Jaya.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. You satisfied? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Paramakarna Nitai Gaura Chanda Ki, ISKCON Founder Srila Srila Prabhupada Ki. So Hare Krishna and good afternoon to each and every one of you. We'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of the bride and the parents of both the bride and groom, on behalf of the management of our temple here, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai Ashirvat Mandir, Shri Shri Paramakarna Nitai Gaura Chandra Mandir, or we call it HKSC, the Hare Krishna Study Center. We'd like to take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you formally here this evening for the most auspicious, most glorious, most special Vivaha Samskar of our dear and only Revati and our dear Dharam Dev. Wow, Dharam Dev Singh. So that Dharam comes with a lot of responsibility. So as we welcome you here this afternoon, we want to see that everyone are seated properly and appropriately also. So if you notice the way that the chairs are designed to maximize space, because the capacity of our temple here without COVID-19, seating capacity is 500. With COVID-19, if we were to space everybody out 6 feet or 4 feet apart, it would have been 120 persons only. However, listen carefully and look around you. So first of all, I want to reserve the first 2 rows of chairs in front here for special invitees and family members and persons that are coming with our Dulaha, the Bariatas or family members that are coming with the Dulaha. So that's the first 2 row chairs. The close family members, the mother of the Dulaha, the whoever else are coming, and of course Paramatra Prabhu and his Dharmpatni and his 2 girls. The other chairs are designed in such a way that there's, if you're coming alone, don't sit next to anyone else that you don't know. So there are single chairs, social distance, single chairs to those who are coming alone. If you're a couple, there are 2 chairs together. If you're a family of 3 or 4, there are 3 or 4 chairs together. So no, it will be with no offense if there's 3 chairs clustered together and one person unknowingly come and take sit, on those one of those 3 chairs that cluster together. You can very nicely, humbly ask them to please, sit on that single chair there, and you're a family of 3, you can sit there. So in this way, we can accommodate everybody here this afternoon. It's all clear? Somebody can walk around and make sure that we have some assistant by the door. Devendra, you're there? You can walk around and make sure everyone are seated appropriately according to their family, and if it's a single person, make sure that they have their chair to accommodate single persons. Secondly, we would like to humbly request on behalf of the parents of the bride and groom, and again on behalf of the management of our temple here, to humbly request you to please abide or live COVID-19 guidelines as you would have been doing. We don't have to train anyone anymore. I think it will be almost a year that the world and all of us are coexist with COVID-19 side by side. So by now we all know what we're supposed to do, especially in a gathering of this sort. Everyone should have on their mask in front of include the young ladies in front here. And we specifically have masks in middle of the temple room there. So everyone, no one should take chances. The 3 of us here are going to take chance, and some of the kirtanyas there to sing. Otherwise, everyone else, not under your nose, but cover your nose. You should be covered nicely. Like the camera walla here. You see how he's covered nicely? So it should be covered, no crease, you only breathe through the mask. And we have sanitizer middle of the temple room there. If you feel inclined and it's no offense, you want to go, you doesn't trust these chairs, your hand touched these chairs and you want to go and sanitize again, it will be an example for the rest of the people, so you can do that. There's no offense in doing that. So it's all clear so far? Yes? Any challenge? Any debate? Anybody have some other idea? No, thank you very much. So part of Swagatam is welcoming, is a few mantras. So you can join with us at least by hearing. Om Asakamana Punyaham Bhavanto Bhavanto. Om Punyaham, Om Punyaham, Om Punyaham. Om Asakamana, Om Asakamana Ayusman Swaste Bhavanto Bhavanto. Om Swaste, Om Swaste, Om Swaste. Om Asakamana Ridim Bhavanto Bhavanto. Om Ridyatam, Om Ridyatam, Om Ridyatam. So just to give you a little highlight of the proceeding for this afternoon. So immediately we're going to do purificatory rites. As you know, if you're going to do some religious functions, some puja, some havan, you need to be pure internally, externally. So we'll be doing archmana or purification for the bride and groom. There is our little band set up at the corner there, way into the corner. So at interval they will entertain us with some kirtan, the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. There will be some invocation prayers, stuti, recitation of verses from different holy scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, Srimad Bhagavad Puran, Brahma Samhita. the actual wedding ceremony will begin with Kanyadan, and it will go to 7 steps. So circumlating the fire 7 times, which will include the Hawan, exchanging, wearing the wedding rings, Mangal Sutra, exchanging garland, exchanging seats. Then there is the Hawan, then they will circumlate the fire. Then after circumlating the fire, there will be 7 steps. And by that time, that's it. My job will finish. So after then, both of you will be free, and everyone else will be free. In the meantime, what is your duty sitting here or attending? Your duty is your well-wishing hearts. So do you feel you have a well-wishing heart? Yes or no? So that is what you come to give. You come to give your blessings. And I'm sure each and every one of you are well prepared. Coming here this afternoon, you're coming to participate in the most auspicious, beautiful Vivaha Samskara of our dear Revati and Dharam Dev, or Dharam Deo, they said, but it's supposed to be Dev, the Lord of Dharma, or religion. When we give in our ISKCON movement, when we give someone the name Dharmaraj or Dharam Dev or Krishna, we add Das at the end. So they are servant of Dharam Dev, or they are servant of Krishna, or they are servant of Lord Ram. Ram Das, Krishna Das. So those are a little bit information that you're getting. So let's begin. I would like to invite our Kirtanya to please entertain us a little. And this entertainment is very special. It's the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And it is as such that everyone can participate. So when you hear the kirtan comes, then you can clap, or you can also join in chorusing. Hare Krishna, kirtan.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Pavitrava Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yasmarit Pundarikaksham
Hare Hare,
Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Om Pavitrava Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yasmarit Pundarikaksham Sabhayabhyantara Suchi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Om Pavitrava Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yasmarit Pundarikaksham Sabhayabhyantara Suchi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu
Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Kirtanya. So we have a little adjustment. We like to see the parents of the bride and the groom in front. So, Parman Prabhu, you can take the first chair there. Mataji, you come over here. Mother Nashinga. Priya, you can go over the other side. You can go over to the other side. And the mother of our dear Dharam Dev, Mataji, you can please come. So, our dear assistant lady, Dhana Keli Mataji, you have to give a lot of dhan today, Dhana Keli. So make sure you come with a lot of dhan today. Please find some garland for the parents. So some Prabhu can give to Paramatma Prabhu and so Mayapur Chanjadoya, Har Kirtan, Sachisuta Prabhu, you all ready? Haribol? Mayapur Sachisuta Hari Kirtan, you ready?
The last pose. Haribo.
Deep Prasada? Hare Krishna. So we'll be doing a few verses from the Holy Scriptures. We'll do a few verses from Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and then we'll do a few verses from the Sri Brahma Samhita, as we are still in the mood of invocations. And someone can have a few pieces of stone. So just in case if the camera wallahs misbehave, you can stone them. Fair enough? So make sure you get all the key moments. Make sure you get all the key spots that you want. Not me, but the bride and groom. So please. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 So a few verses from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Deno asmin yata dehe Komaram yovanam jara Tatadhe antara praptir Dhirastatra namoyate Matras parchasu kaunteya Sutoshna sukadukada Agame panityas Tam stitikshasva bharata Yad yadatyarti shrishtas Tatadeva tadogyana Sayat parmanam kurte Lokastadanuvartate Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam Tijayate ante kalevaram Tam tam evaite kaunteya Sada tad bhava bhavita Patram pushpam phalam toyam Yo me bhaktya prayachate Tadaham bhakti uparitam Ashnami prayatatmana Yat kadoshi nasnasi Yat josi dadasi Yat tapasesi kaunteya Tat kadoshi vamarpanam Am sarvasya prabhavo Mata sarvam pravartate Iti madhva bhajanti mam Buddha bhava samanvidita Manmana bhava madbhakto Madhyaji mam namaskuro Mameva yasi satyam te Pratijane priyasimi Sarvadharman parityagya Mamekam sharanam vraja Aham tam sarvapapebhyo Mokshayishami masucha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Srinvatam Swakata Krishna Punyasravana Kirtana Hridyantastaho Badarani Vidunuti Suhit Satam Nasta Preshu Badareshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir bhavati nahishtake Kalira dosha nirirajan Asti ko mahanguna Kirtanariva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Param Raje Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So a few verses from the Sri Brahma Samhita. Om Hari Om Om Ishara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarna Karnam Om Chintamini Prakara Sadma Sukalpa Riksha Laksha Viteshu Shurabhi Abhipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasrata Sambrama Sevyamanam Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Om Venum Kwanam Tamaravindam Dalayataksham Bhavamaham Samasitam Sudasundarangam Kandar Kapoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shubham Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Om Alula Chanja Kala Sadvannamalya Vamsi Ratnagaran Pranaya Kili Kala Vilasham Shamam Tribangalalita Niyata Prakasham Govindam Adipurusham Tamam Bhajami Om Anganiyasya Shakalindriya Vritimanti Pasyanti Panti Kalayanti Shiram Jaganti Ananda Chinmaya Satujvala Vigrahasha Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Om Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Anantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha Vedeshu Durlabham Durlabham Atma Bhakto Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Om Shriya Kanta Kanta Parama Purusha Kalpataravo Bhruma Bhumis Chintamini Ganamai Toyam Amritam Kataghanam Natyam Gamanamapi Vamsi Priya Saki Chidanandam Jyoti Paramapi Stad Ashwadhyam Api Chai Sayatra Krishabi Swavati Shurabi Aviyasta Sumahan Nirmisud Sardako Vrajati Nahi Yatra Api Samaya Braje Sweetwadipam Tam Aham Iha Golokam Itiyam Vedantasti Shanta Krishti Viralaya Katipari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So that is called stuti, or recitation of verses from the sacred holy scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Puran, and Sri Brahma Samhita. So like to, in the meantime we'll be doing Sankalp. Like to invite our Kirtanya to please engage us in some Kirtan.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Om
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Asyam
Krishna Krishna Hare
Prabhupada
Hare
Devadasya Sri Krishna
Hare Rama
Vivaha
Hare
Samskara Karmaham
Rama
Karisyami
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hello, hello.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Jai Radha Madhava.
Krishna Hare
Jai Radha Madhava.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari.
Yashodhanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Ramuna Tiravanakari.
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Yashodhanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Ramuna Tiravanachari.
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari.
Jaya Radha Madhava
Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana
Vallabha Girivaradhari.
Bolo Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन जमुना तिरवनचारे
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन जमुना तिरवनचारी
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधा माधव श्री राधे
राधा माधव राधा माधव राधा माधव श्री राधे
जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर श्री राधे
राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर श्री राधे.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much, our kirtanyas. So, like everything else in this world that one may endeavor for, or one may acquire, one may achieve, if there is a ceremony, we will always give some discourses, some kind of a message about the importance of that particular achievement or endeavor that we are going into. Be it a business or anything else that we get in this world, we'll give some explanation about the importance. Similarly, in the Vivaha Samskar, in the marriage ceremony, there is also some key important do's and don'ts, or things that we should be aware of, things that we should know. So since today is a very special day, the Vivaha Samskar of Revati and our dear Avi Dharam Dev, we'll take the opportunity to hear from some special devotees. First of all, we'd like to invite on Zoom, both audio and video, His Holiness Romapada Swami Maharaj. Romapad Maharaj have been very close with Paramatma Prabhu and his family for many years. Paramatma Prabhu would have known Romapad Maharaj. Romapad Maharaj would have visited us here in Guyana many times. Maharaj is a guru. He have disciples here. Our assistant lady, Danakili Mataji, is Maharaj's disciple. And many other devotees who are around here is disciple of His Holiness. He is a disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. You're seeing on the Vyasasan just next to Danakili here. You're seeing on the Vyasasan there, that's the founder of the Hare Krishna movement. So Romapada Maharaj is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. And Maharaj have been in the Hare Krishna movement almost 50 years, serving non-stop, American body, but traveling all over the world, preaching the messages of Bhagavad Gita, Vedic culture, or what we call in these places, Sanatan Dharma or Krishna consciousness. So it's our great fortune, it's a blessing for all of us to invite His Holiness Romapad Maharaj to make a little presentation on this important, very auspicious occasion, the Vivaha Samskara of Revati and Dharam Dev Singh. So over to His Holiness Romapad Maharaj. Maharaj, you can unmute and you can go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Okay. You all look very comfortable there in Guyana, wearing masks and socially distanced, but at least it's not snowing like it is here. The blessing of being a resident of Guyana in the winter. The Vivaha Samskara is one of the singularly important steps in the soul's journey. Samskaras mean impression. And as the soul is traveling from one situation to the next situation, those who are observing religious practice, they conduct samskaras so as to soul move on to the next situation. And the impression or samskara with vivaha for religious people means accepting vows for serving one another for the duration of life. The vows, at least given in America, they're really heavy for the rest of your life. And in the Vedic culture, it's for a certain period of time during one's life where teaching is to be mature. The teaching, the essential teaching of the Vedas and found within Bhagavad Gita is that we are spirit soul. And here I am, a sannyasi in the renounced order of life, blessing people to enter into the household life. So that may not seem right. But actually, according to the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, we are to dedicate all things in service to Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj is back on there, Hari. So in the meantime, we're waiting on Maharaj to come back. We would like to invite His Grace Rajarshi Prabhu from Trinidad, who is the godbrother of His Grace Paramatma Prabhu, to make his presentation. Rajarshi Prabhu also would have been visiting us here in Guyana for the last 35 years almost. And he's very, very close with Paramatma Prabhu and his family. Rajarshi Prabhu from Trinidad, and he is also disciple of His Holiness Satsrup Das Goswami, the same spiritual master that Paramatma Prabhu would have took initiation from. So Rajarshi Prabhu, you are there? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
You can turn on your video.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu, go ahead.
Are you hearing me? Hare Krishna.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Om Gyanati Hirantasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Jaina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. First, I would like to congratulate Revati and Dharamdev on this wonderful occasion of their marriage. Lord's blessings on them. Such an auspicious occasion in their life. So we're waiting again for Romapad Maharaj and the blessing from the sannyasi, but I am a grihasta, so I would just like to make a few points that would make family life more beneficial. So as Romapad Swami was just about to say about the duties, grihasta ashram, the word ashram means a place where spiritual perfection is the goal. But how does that correlate with the fundamental point, Anandamaya Bhyasat? We would often say, all living beings are pleasure-seeking. That's a fundamental truth. Marriage life and life in general becomes successful if there is balance and proper understanding. Yes, we're aiming to be happy. But here, there is an element of dharma. In fact, always marriage ceremonies are done generally by a priest with some religious background. That is because there is the element of dharma. there's a common analogy that we would use, that we have to water the root of the tree instead of trying to water leaves, twigs, and branches. We should water the root of the tree. If we want to be happy, it's necessary to understand, as husband and wife, that we are part of a bigger picture. We are part of the Supreme. We have a relationship with the Supreme. He happens to be the reservoir of all pleasure. Krishna means all attractive reservoir of all pleasure. And we are pleasure seeking. We say failure in life means when people exclude Krishna from the picture. That's a problem. Because our contact, our relationship, things are temporary. And after all, if things are not working in my way for my pleasure, then there is a tendency we may just ditch a relationship. Whereas in the Vedic culture, there is always this important understanding that we are really supposed to help each other for a higher or ultimate purpose. In fact, the wife is referred to as Dharma Patni. What does that mean? Dharma Patni means that the wife assists the husband in perfecting the service to God. And what more appropriate person than Dharamdev? Mahat Sevam Dwaram Ahur Muktis. Husband is supposed to be leading the way to serve the Supreme Lord. And wife is called Dharma Patni. Wife assists in that service to the Lord. So if this basic understanding is practiced in life, and we understand, look, we're supposed to really help each other to attain this ultimate perfection, the eternal perfection, then things become worthwhile. It's not just based on, just my momentary satisfaction, your momentary satisfaction, but there is patience and tolerance and helping each other to attain the ultimate goal. In this relation, there's a very nice practical analogy or example given. It's called the deposit withdrawal example. Like, you have a bank account. So if you're making deposits in an ongoing way, then things are going good. You're making deposits, so you could withdraw, you can take out. But what if you are just withdrawing, just taking out from the account and you are not putting in? You will exhaust the account. So, in fact, in relationship, there is a combination with both persons helping each other. That's like deposits. We're making some deposit. Each person, they're putting into the account. They're helping each other by making contribution into the account. But it becomes a strain if one person is contributing but the other is not properly understanding and not properly contributing. So in relationships, this is a very important element, a very important factor of understanding each other and acting for the benefit of each other. So these are just a few practical points, maybe common sense that we would often hear, but on this occasion, it's nice to hear that we have some ultimate duties. Yes, the immediate, take care of each other's immediate needs, but always bear in mind patience and tolerance and helping each other for ultimate perfection that will bring about the highest perfection and the greatest success. So once again, all the members of the audience, everyone, the couple needs the blessing. Revati and Dharamdev needs the blessing and best wishes of everyone on this occasion for the perfection of their life. So we'd like to wish them the best on this auspicious occasion. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Rajesh Prabhu, for your wonderful words and specific advice for the bride and groom. His Holiness Romapad Maharaj is back. So Maharaj, if you don't mind, we're humbly requesting you can please continue. Hare Krishna, Maharaj, you are there with us?
Are we, you can hear me?
Yes, Maharaj, loud and clear.
Paramatma just now that 3 minutes into the talk, the connection broke. So I don't know how far I got. So it makes sense that I just go back to the beginning.
Okay, Maharaj, you can go.
Okay. I wanted to share two main things. One is for the audience, and the other is for the couple themselves. And for the audience, because I was asked to speak about the meaning in ISKCON, or the Hare Krishna movement, of sacred marriage, a Vivaha Sanskar. In general, the word sanskar means impression, and the marriage sanskar, or vivaha sanskar, is very important. In the soul's journey from birth until death, there are stages or transition or sandhis where one moves from something to the next something. And that's at that juncture to create auspiciousness for the next juncture, the sanskar is performed. It makes a religious impression or a spiritual impression upon the subtle body, and there are external features that allow the senses to reach out to sense objects and make some impression in the mind. That's the sanskar. But the Vedic tradition goes beyond the body and the mind. It goes directly to the soul, that is, assisting the soul in its ultimate journey. There's little stopping points along the way. And the Vivaha Sanskar is one of them. And particularly because it's an adult stage of life where one accepts the responsibility of marriage, then it's important to understand the ultimate duty of life and the means of prosecuting or achieving that ultimate aim of life. So I want to cite two verses. One is from our Rupa Goswami, Great Acharya, and our disciplic succession, that he describes in principle what we're doing. And the first line reads, Anasaktasya Vishayan. Anasaktasya means without attachment. Vishaya means enjoyment of the senses and sense objects. Yatarham upayunjitaha. One should accept that which is suitable to one. Now, I'm a sannyasi. I've not been married, at least in this lifetime. And it may seem a little odd, at least to some people, that somebody that's a sannyasi is sanctifying marriages. But the Vedic principle, there is no problem. That is, the Vedic principle is, accept those things that are for Krishna service, and you engage them in Krishna service in such a manner that one is doing so to mitigate or reduce the sense of material attachment in favor of attachment to Krishna. That's the essence, because I was asked to speak about the significance of Vedic marriage or marriage within ISKCON. Vedic marriage is the soul's journey towards its ultimate destination and accepting the responsibilities, husband and wife, and eventually children, in terms of fulfilling the soul's ultimate destination at this particular juncture and henceforward throughout life. There's another nice verse teaching that says the position of devotional service, Rishikena, Rishikesha, Sevanam. That is, one is to use one's senses in the service of the master of the senses. Sacred marriage is sanctifying that combination of male and female, that natural attraction that exists in all the species of life, male and female attraction. For in terms of Vedic purposes, dedicating that attraction to service to Krishna. That is, one soul assisting another soul in mutual service together in the soul's ultimate journey to the supreme destination. Again, making reference, the journey of the soul from birth, even before birth, is the first samskara. The conception samskara, that's a journey of the soul, and so forth, right up until the concluding stage of life, where the rituals for the soul passing on to the next situation are arranged. To make that journey of the soul successful, one needs to know the mission of human life. And Vaishnava teachings explain very clearly the mission of human life is to regain our forgotten relationship with the personality of Godhead and to rejoin our activities eternally in our spiritual identities, svarupena vyavastati, to attain our spiritual form and engage in spiritual activities in the eternal spiritual realm. That's a tall order. That's life's mission. And marriage is an institution for mature persons to assist one soul assisting another soul in that mission. Now, there's the holistic picture of being married and family life, including paraphernalia and home and so forth and so on. All of that is part and parcel of this singular dedication to life's ultimate mission. And husband and wife are to assist one another. And it's no surprise to every one of us when one soul comes close to another soul, when you live together with another person, you come to know both qualities and faults. Before that, you may not know all the qualities and all the faults, but it becomes clear after some time by living together in close quarters. So supposing there's some faults, just imagine there may be some faults here and there. The institution of marriage is to assist one another to overcome, use the strengths and overcome the shortcomings gradually by mutual support and service together. And that's not easy to accomplish in this world particularly in this age of Kali. And therefore, fortunately, both families, from what I understand, both families have a very nice support structure that can help you, newly married couples, move forward nicely when you encounter shortcomings in one another, and to go beyond the shortcomings in one another and go to the higher position. That's easier said than done, and that's the challenge, or that's the opportunity that household life provides. There's a nice devotee community. There's nice examples within the devotee community that are there to assist you. Take advantage of that assistance. One additional point I wanted to make specifically to the newly married couple, Rajarshi may have already said it, I don't know. But one piece of advice that I have understood through the now 51 years of living as a Hare Krishna devotee in the Hare Krishna movement is that sacred marriage works best if he and she don't see the other party as meant to fulfill your unfulfilled desires. Rather, to replace that object of your desire to be fulfilled, to fulfill your desires, rather a soul who I have now the opportunity to serve by divine arrangement. We've been brought together. Let me try to serve this other soul, and with the holistic picture, because there's body and there's minds and there's needs on the body and the mind level and the holistic level. But let me serve this other individual to my capacity towards that ultimate objective. A big inhibitor, like throwing water on a little fire, it'll put out the fire. That higher purpose will be doused to the degree that the other party is seen as an object or an entity meant to fulfill my material desires. Then everything becomes difficult very quickly. Go to the higher position, try to maintain that higher position, clarify that in your heart and in your mind regularly, and you'll find success in life's ultimate mission, as well as the stages in between as you're approaching the ultimate samskar that life will bring your way, the departure from this world and moving on to whatever the next situation is. May your marriage be successful in that department, and may the community there, I saw a number of persons in the audience, please give your blessings and your full support that they can be successful in this mission of life's journey in their newly married situation. I hope that was audible. We weren't cut off somewhere in between. Hare Kirtan, you can verify.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you very much. Yes, we're hearing you clear. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Hare Krishna. His Holiness Prabhupada Maharaj ki.
Yeah.
Srila Prabhupada ki. Thank you, Maharaj, on behalf of His Grace Paramatma Prabhu and his family, to give us your blessings, to take your time off, to share a few thoughts with
Thank
us.
you.
And definitely the recording will be there, so I'm sure that the bride and groom will hear this again, and it will be memorable for them that you were there present in their Vivaha Samskar, or at least part of it. So thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. So for everyone, I do hope that, as I was saying just before we begin to hear from both His Holiness Romapada Swami and His Grace Rajarishi Prabhu, that like everything else, there is an explanation, there is some instructions, or there is some guidelines or encouragements. So I do hope for the bride and groom this afternoon that was wholesome, and that it came also from kind-hearted, or those persons who will always wish your hearts well. They are your greatest well-wishers in life, and all of us greatest well-wisher. So please take their guidance, their encouragements, and their blessings very seriously as you enter into this life of responsibility, the household or grihastha life. So thank you very much. We'd like to ask our kirtanya to please do a little kirtan for us. In the meantime, we're getting ready for kanyadan. Paramat Prabhu, you can please make your way here.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hello everyone.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
So sometime you can give them some encouragement at least. Yes, that is intelligent. Thank you very much. Otherwise they might feel, they want to run away from the room and leave you here. So as we said, the wedding ceremony actually begins with kanyadan. Kanyadan means the father of the bride select a suitable husband to whom he will hand over the hands of his daughter in sacred marriage. And it is said that is fulfilling the greatest responsibility in household life. The greatest responsibility or the gravest responsibility in household life is to find a suitable husband, a qualified husband, to hand over the girl's hands in sacred marriage. So Paramahansa Prabhu are going to do that, at least with his first daughter at this time. So Paramahansa Prabhu, you can please repeat. Just a minute. You can please repeat after me. Today, I select Sriman Dharamdev Singh as a suitable husband to whom I shall give my daughter Srimati Revati Ramratan in sacred marriage. Okay, you can put your hands together. So, I'd like to ask our assistant lady to come this side. Mother Dan Kelly. So you can please stretch your right hand out, just like this there. So you can take her right hand and place it direct in his right hand. No, like this, the other way. Like that. Come that way. You can come in a little closer. Good. Okay. The hands can be a little like this. Up one another. So, Mataji, you can please make a knot, bind the hand with the flower garlands. No, just around the wrist. Just tie it there. So the idea of the parents of the groom at this point, and Mataji, if you want, you can come and stand here. The mother of the groom. And I'll tell you why. Because you will be representing both yourself and your good husband, the late Mr. Singh. Right here. You can stand right here. Yes, right here. So the idea is that the parents of the bride, they are handing their daughter in charity. They are giving something and give. And you're here, they are offering their daughter to the parents, or the parent in your case, of the groom, their daughter, and your understanding is that you are receiving this gift. Okay? So they are offering and you are receiving. So we want you to bear witness of that. So Shriman Dharamdev Singh. You have to say loudly, I wouldn't give you the mic, but you have to penetrate the wall at the back there. Okay? So please, at the back, you listen carefully. If you didn't hear, then you'll have to go again. No, you just have to say, yes, I accept. Or no, I doesn't accept. Then we'll have to find someone else. So Shriman Dharamdev Singh, do you accept Srimati Revati Ramratan as your wife and promise to protect her in her material and spiritual life and to remain faithful without divorce? Do you accept?
I accept.
Whoa! Haribo. Mridangasham boom 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 boom. Louder, no? Louder than that. Auspicious song, you should make an auspicious song. So, you want to give him a huge round of applause once again? Hare Krishna. So, Revati ji, you have to go louder than that to say that you accept. So, Srimati Revati Ramratan, do you accept as your suitable husband, Sriman Dharamdev Singh, and do you promise to assist him in his material and spiritual life to be chaste and faithful without divorce? Do you accept? We didn't hear nothing. You have to go louder than that.
I accept.
We still didn't hear. You have to go a little louder.
I accept.
So thank you very much, Mataji. You can take your seats. You stand right there. You can sit there if you want, no problem. Mataji, you can hold this here. Don't make the water break. So you can go. Om Narayana Vidmahi Vasudeva Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. Om Mahadevyai Cha Dhimahi Vishnu Patni Cha Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmi Prachodayat. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. So we can have some soft kirtan. In the meantime, they will be wearing their wedding rings. They will stand up, exchange garlands, exchange seats, and the other procedure will follow.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Swasti no Govinda, Swasti Chutananta, Swasti no Vasudeva Vishnadato, Swasti no Narayana Padovai,
Hare
Swasti na
Krishna,
Padmanabha Purushottam
Hare
Muradato, Swasti no
Krishna,
Vishvasena Swasti no Rishikesha Haridadato, Swasti no Vainoteyo Harir, Swasti no Anjana Suto Hanurvako Tudadato, Swasti Swasti Samangala Shaman, Sri Krishna Sachitananda Guna Sarva Isharo Isharo Dadato.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gaur praise.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Om
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Let us all put our hands together. I think you can do better than that. I'm not telling you why you should do better than that, but you should do better than that. So 1, 2, 3. So thank you very much, because if I tell you why, then it will become conditional. But if you do it before, then it will be unconditional. So for two individuals in this day and time to reach this level, it is commendable. So that is why you put your hands together. Because when you see the red kumkum and the head is covered, it means that she's finished. She's taking. She's not available anymore. She is now a married lady. I don't know if she feel like that, Revati, but you're now a married lady. When you see the head, the red kumkum is there and the head is covered, that is in Vedic culture, that means she is married. The only time that she will keep her hair uncovered in real Vedic culture is when someone passed away and they are mourning. If the ladies are mourning, then only then your hair is uncovered. Of course, in the modern professional world, it's a little different these days, but at least the red tikka should always be there, or the red kumkum powder should always, sindoor should always be there. So I think we did well so far. In terms of timing, we'll begin the Havan, or the ceremony, the Agni hotra Yagya Havan ceremony to sanctify the Vivaha Samskara. And we'd like to also let you know that Bhojan, Prasadam, or refreshments, everything are ready. Complete feasts are ready, already prepared and ready. Just below the temple hall here, there is the Bhojan hall, or the hall that they will feed each and every one of you. You can go there anytime and you can participate. You can take some refreshments, or you can have a full meal and you can come up back. No problem, you're free. At any point in time, you can go and take your bhojan. In fact, we are encouraging the audience on behalf of the parents and the bride and groom that it will be better for all of us that we go set by set, not that everyone goes there at the same time, because that is the risky area. We'll all have to take out our mass to eat, right, or to drink. So if you go step by step, 5, 10, 15 person at a time, you nicely honor your bhojan and you can come up back. That will be better than if how many persons are here go down at the same time. You will definitely have an issue. So please knock yourself out You'll be in kirtan, you'll be in chanting. Later on, just behind us here, there's the altar in the temple here. In every temple, there's an altar. So just behind those bars, this iron gate, there's the altar. So as we will finish up here in about half an hour or so, then there will be some speech, some congratulatory words. Bride and groom will receive gifts, and immediately after then, there will be Arti ceremony. The curtain will open. There will be huge chanting and dancing. Like you go to a wedding, you must dance, So that's, what will happen. So there is this stair, there is this door, there is another door to the back there. Then there is a back stair. Those of you who are sitting at the end of the temple there, you can use the back stair, and then you come around and you come into the hall down there. Someone will be there to direct you. In fact, my assistants, those who are assisting, they can direct you to if somebody wants to go and take some bhojan or some refreshments. Hare Krishna. Kirtan. So we'd like to invite the parents of both the bride and groom. You can sit around here to participate in the fire yagya. Om Sanat Kumara Vatu Kamadeva Dhara Sirsamam Pati Deva Hilanat Divarshi Varyam Purusa Archanantarat Kurmo Harimam Niradya Ashisha.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Om Prajapati Vishnu Rishi Brihati Chandra Shri Vishnu Devata Agni Stapani Viniyoga Om Bhurbhuva Swam.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Yujaka Nama Agni Igacha Agni Tvam Yujaka Namase Abhayami Stapayami Prabhu Kripa Swagatam Kuru Om Diparse Vadasantaram Abhipitya Dipayate Vivitu Hetu Samana Dharma Yastagir Evahi Chad Vishnu Taya Vibhati Govindam
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Bolo, everyone!
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Vishadevaya Jagannathaya Namaha.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Om
Hare Rama,
Idam Gandha Pushpam
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pasyanti Surayo Deviva Chakshadatatam Tad Vripranso Vipranyavo Jagrivam Sa Samindati Vishnu Yad Paramam Padam. Om Krishna Vaisa Chitananda Gunaha Krishna Adi Purusha Krishna Purushottamaha Krishna Utkarmadi Moolam Krishna Saivar Karya Krishna Kasam Krid Adisho Mukhya Prabhu Puja Krishna Anadis Tasman Anjantar Bahir Yam Mangalam Tallabati Kriti Aham Kraturaham Yajnaha Swaraham Aham Ashudam manchoham ahamevajyam aham agnir aham hutam. Om swasti no govinda swasya chutananto swasti no vasadeva vishnu dadato swasti no narayana parovai swasti na padmanabha purushottamo dadato swasti no vishvaksena vishveshara swasti no rishikesha hari dadato swasti no vainotir harir swasti no anjana sutur hanur bhagavato dadato swasti swasti samangala kleshamahan Sri Krishna Sachitananda Guna Sarva Isharo Dadato. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Everyone.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much. Thank you for your cooperation, your participation. Om Prabhaniruddha Pashava Yajna Pati Bhagaya Pata Sarva Bhutasta Ketam Puketam Napananto Vag Isha Vacham Naha Swadato. So we'll be going through a series of prayers, mantras, and we humbly request those of you who are sitting around the fire, you will pour a little of the grains that you have direct into the fire. And for the rest of us, you can accompany us by saying Swaha or give your well-wishing hearts. This is a ceremony to sanctify the Vivaha Samskar, the marriage ceremony of our dear Avi Dharam Dev and his wonderful wife Revati. Fire. Om. Our kirtanyas, you ready? Haribol?
Haribol.
You're there? You're alive and well? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mayapur Chanjadoy. Haribol.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Om Bur Swaha. Idam Vaishnava Idam Namamam. Om Bhuva Swaha Idam Achuta Idam Namamam. Om Swaha Idam Narayana Idam Namamam. Om Bhuva Swaha Idam Anantya Idam Namamam. Om Hari Om. Om Sahasra Sirsa Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapad Sabhumin Vishvato Vidva Tishantida Sangulam Swaha. Idam Krishnaya idam namamam. So we'll be doing what we call Guru Pranam Mangalarcharana Homa. So you pour a little grains because there is quite a few prayers, quite a few mantras to go through. So the system is that we go from the spiritual master going upward, the spiritual master, great personality, Acharya, saint and sages, the Lord, the direct associates of the Lord, and directly to the Lord. We are praying to the Lord to please, and this beginning from the spiritual master, the Acharyas, to give us their blessings, to sanctify the Vivaha Samskar ceremony of our dear Revati and Dharamdev. Om Agyana Timidandasya
Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Nena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha
Swaha.
Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Nena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadandikam
Swaha. Vandeyam
Shri Guru Shri Yuta Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakadvitam Sha Swaha.
Hare Krishna. Somebody, in the name of His Grace and only Haridas Prabhu, somewhere around, close by. Anybody see Haridas Prabhu? Haridas Prabhu, if you don't mind, you can please assist us here. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Satsarupa Das Goswami Tinamine Satsarupa Vidam Vande Vinitam Sarubhushanam Bhaktigantanai Punya Bhaktivedanta Siksitam Swaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Virabahu Prabhu Iti Namine Sri Shivindata Vivira Pada Pankajadaine Prabhupada Nuvadaya Namasri Virabhave Swaha. Show a small amount.
Krishna Hare Krishna
Out my fire.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Om Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi
Gauravani Pracharine
Nirvishesha Shunyavare Parshatyadi Shatarini Swaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shiva Savana Videvi Dayataya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhujvala Premadhya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktira
Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namaste.
Namaste Gauravani
Shrimataye Dinatayane
Rupanuga Vidurapasiddhanta Pantaharini Swaha. Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Viparamara Sambore Param Bhujayate Namah Swaha. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidanandanamini Gaura Shakti Sarupaya Rupanuga Vadayate Swaha. Gauravir Bhava Bhumistvam Nijista Sajana Priya Vaishnava Sarva Bhuma Shri Jagannataya Te Namah Swaha. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya
Kripa Sindhubheva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Swaha.
Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Name Gurate Shri Namah Swaha. Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Sarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktyaakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Swaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu
Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namostute Swaha.
Jayatam Suryato Mama Mandamate
Matsarvasva Padam Voja Shri Radha Madana Mohana Swaha.
Divya Vindaranya Kalpataduvana Srimad Ratnaga Simhasanasto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Deva Krishnalivi Sevyamanos Smarami Swaha. Shriman Rasadasaram
Vamsivatatatastitaha Karshan Velo Swanir Gopir Gopinata Shriyastonaha Swaha.
Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshware Vrishabhanusate Deve Pranamami Hari Priye Swaha. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gauravaktavarna Swaha. And now we'll do 3 Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. The first mantra, the parents are begging, praying sincerely to the Supreme Lord, that my dear Lord, while bringing up my child or my children, if I would have made any mistakes, if I would have committed any apparatus, if I would have not fulfilled any of the samskaras, please, my dear Lord, forgive me. And also for the children, for the bride and groom, you will pray to the Lord for the first out of 3 Mahamantra that we are going to chant, that my dear Lord, up to this point in my life, if I have made any mistake, I am calling sincerely on your names, to please forgive me for those mistakes. So let's do that one, then I'll tell you the other two before you forget or you confuse and mix up them. So you're praying for whatever, knowingly or unknowingly, we would have made mistakes. So together, all of us. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Swaha. So the second Mahamantra that we will chant is to ask the Lord to please bless the present occasion, the Vivaha Samskar of our children, and for the children. My dear Lord, by calling on your name, we are begging you to please bless and sanctify this marriage ceremony of ours. So together, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Swaha. And the third Mahamantra is the parents and all of us are praying to the Lord to please bless them way into the future, beginning from just now and way into the future, that they will bring forth wonderful children, wonderful kids that will add to the glories of the world. And similarly, both of you are praying to the Lord to please bless us way into the future, so that we will bring forth children that will add to the glories of the world. You will bring forth children that will always make you proud and happy. So both of you should also chant, and everyone should chant. If someone are coming from different religious background, whatever prayer you know, you chant those prayers. You call on those names of Jesus, Muhammad, whoever you're worshipping, whoever is your worshipable God or devatas or deity, you offer those prayers. You don't have to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So loudly together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
So we have quite a few mantras as yet to go through. This will be a little fast, so please don't skip any of the offering. Om Shri Shri Paramakarna Nitai Gaura Chandraya Swaha. Om Vishvaksenaya Swaha. Om Sanaka Sanatana Sanat Kumarbhya Swaha. Om Kavai Swaha. Om Havai Swaha. Om Antarikshaya Swaha. Om Prabhudaya Swaha. Om Pipalanaya Swaha. Om Avihutraya Swaha. Om Dhumalaya Swaha. Om Chamasaya Swaha. Om Karbajanaya Swaha. Om Naradaya Swaha. Om Kapilaya Swaha. Om Yama Bhagavataya Swaha. Om Vishmadevaya Swaha. Om Sukadevaya Swaha. Om Janakaya Swaha. Om Sadashivaya Swaha. Om Prahaladaya Swaha. Om Brahmane Swaha. Om Balirajaya Swaha. Om Swayambhuvaya Swaha. Om Gadudaya Swaha. Om Hanumataye Swaha. Om Ambarishaye Swaha. Om Vyasadevaya Swaha. Om Udavaya Swaha. Om Yudhisthiraya Swaha. Om Bimalaya Swaha. Om Arjunaya Swaha, Om Nakulaya Swaha, Om Sahadevaya Swaha, Om Viduraya Swaha, Om Vishnurataya Swaha, Om Viveshanaya Swaha, Om Shri Krishna Chaitanyaya Swaha, Om Shri Nityanandaya Swaha, Om Shri Advaitaya Swaha, Om Pandit Gadadhabhya Swaha, Om Shiva Sadivya Swaha, Om Shri Rupaya Swaha, Sri Sanataya Swaha, Om Bhata Raghunataya Swaha, Om Shri Jivaya Swaha, Om Gopala Bhataya Swaha, Om Dasa Raghunataya Swaha, Om Krishna Narutamaya Swaha, Om Vishwanataya Swaha, Om Baladeva Jagannatabhyam Swaha, Om Sachitananda Bhakti Vinodaya Swaha, Om Babaji Shila Gokishodasai Swaha, Om Srimati Saraswati Bhakti Siddhantai Swaha, Om Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupadai Swaha, Om Diksha Gurave Srimati Satsarupadas Goswami Swaha, Om Diksha Gurave Srimati Veerabahu Prabhuya Swaha. So now we'll be doing Prayaschitya Homa, praying and begging for forgiveness for whatever offenses we may have knowingly or unknowingly throughout this ceremony. We pray and beg the Supreme Lord to please forgive us for those offenses, those aparad, and please grant us the full benediction for what this yagya, this havan, is intended for. Hare Krishna. Everyone are there? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
You can do louder than that from the back, please. Like a roaring sound. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. The Ragini is like too high. Om Hari Om Om Anchainam Kriyainam Bhaktahinam Janardana Yat Pujitam Maya Deva Paripurnam Tadastame Swaha. Om Aparada Sahasrani Kriyanti Ahanishamaya Dasohamiti Mammadva Shama Samadhu Sudana Swaha. Om Pratigantaya Govinda Name Bhakta Pranasyate Iti Samsritya Pradan Sadayami Aham Swaha. So those of you who are sitting around the fire here, you can put the leaf down with the grains and you can please stand, except Haridas Prabhu. The rest of you, you can please stand. Keep that yet. You can keep that. They will receive gifts just now. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So everyone can please repeat after us. When we signal, you can hold it and fold it. When we signal you, you'll place the banana direct into the fire, okay? You can take banana that is there. So everyone, please repeat. Om Namo Brahmanya
Brahmanya
Devaya
Devaya
Go
Go
Brahmana
Brahmana
Hitaya
Hitaya
Cha Jagat
Jagat
Ditaya
Dithaya
Krishnaya
Krishnaya
Govindaya
Govindaya
Namo
Namo
Namaha
Namaha
Swaha
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 Swaha.
Swaha.
You can place a banana direct into the fire, beginning from the bridegroom. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much. So the parents can please step aside. You can stand right here for now. If somebody can assist the parents with some petals. Somebody can arrange a few petals for the parents to shower the bride and groom as they will be circumambulating the fire. And we will need our dear, the brother, acting brother of the bride.
Evil. Tiger Premanande.
Hare Krishna. Of melodious kirtan.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Om Yanika
Hare Krishna
Yanika
Hare Krishna
Tani Tani Vinasyantu Padikshana Pade Pade
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Gauranga Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Om Yanika
Hare Krishna
Tani Tani Vinasyantu Padikshana Pade Pade Om
Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama 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 Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare.
So they have to be conscious of the cameras all the time because they are, due to COVID-19, many persons are on Zoom or Facebook. So you can please sit, everyone. Oh, Hare Kirtan. So you can sit that everyone can see. Later on you will get an opportunity to take your pictures, so you can sit for now. You ready, Hare Kirtan? Okay. So this is called Saptapadi, or 7 steps, which is the final step into the Grihastha household life. It is where the groom are leading the bride in 7 circles, that is called the 7 steps or 7 vows. So I will just recite on behalf of the groom. So the procedure is that you will lead her, our dear Dharamdev, you will be leading her into 7 circles. So our dear Revati, each time you step into the next, or from the first circle onwards, you will come in with your right foot, and then your left foot will come a little behind your right foot. So you can please step into the first circle, your right foot. You can stand there. Om Eko Isha Vishnustvav Next. Your right foot again. Om Dvi Urje Vishnustvav Next. Om Trinivrata Vishnustvav The 4th circle. Om Chaturviri Mayor Bhavaya Vishnustvav Next, the 5th circle. Krishnadas, you're there? Get a helper. Get a helper. A strong boy. A strong boy. I need a strong boy with you. Om Pancha Pashbhyo Vishnustvav Next, step into the 6th circle. Om Sadrasha Pashabhya Vishnustvav Om, next circle. Om Saptabhyo Hotrabhyo Vishnustvav So you can step out now, and you can turn back and come here. You can still hold her hand. You can stand here for now. Krishnadas, help move out those 7 circles. Chari, this thing your balance in between the 2 columns. How you move in balance between the 2 columns. Give down a kilima to see that thing. Make sure the chairs are balanced nicely. Put it straight, no? In there straight. No. Put them straight. Okay, so both of you can please sit here. Hare Krishna. So once again, you can put your hands together. So that was the Vivaha Samskar ceremony of our dear Mr. and Mistress Singh, Mr. and Mistress Dharamdev Singh. Hare, Hare Bol. Put your hands together again. So the 7 steps, I would just like to read quickly what 7 steps mean. And this is what the husband are saying, the groom are saying to the bride. Number 1, may Sri Vishnu lead you to strength. Number 2, may Sri Vishnu lead you to power. Number 3, may Sri Vishnu lead you to uphold your vows. Number 4, may Sri Vishnu lead you to happiness. Number 5, may Sri Vishnu lead you to plenty of cows. Means wealth. Number 6, may Sri Vishnu lead you to increase your spiritual wealth. And number 7, may Sri Vishnu lead you to maintain the 7 sacrifice. And then there is a prayer there. Om Shakta Saptapadi Bhava Shakta Te Ghamiyam Shakyam Te Na Yushaha Shakyam Te Ma Yushtaha. The translation is, again the groomer saying to the bride, be my companion for life, fixed in 7 vows. May I attain companionship with you. Do not break this vow. Hare Krishna. So on behalf of their Lordship, Sri Sri Paramakarna Nitai Gaurachandra, the Lord of our temple here, on behalf of our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada, the founder of the Hare Krishna movement, and on behalf of the parents of the bride and groom and the managers of the temple here, it gives me great pleasure to announce Shriman and Srimati, Dharamdev and Revati, husband and wife. Hare Bol! Hare Krishna. So at this point in time, there are a few individuals, beginning from the immediate family members of the bride and groom, who will give a few congratulatory words, welcoming them into the household life. Then we'll extend a few relatives, then a few friends or work colleague of both Dharamdev and Revati. Then on behalf of the temple here, someone will speak. And of course, we have a few people also, few relatives and devotees on Zoom. So the Zoom personnel, in about 10 minutes, you get ready. And Hare Kirtan, please make sure you also ready to bring them on. And please, it is just some congratulatory words, like maybe 3/4 minute, maximum 1 minute. So let's see who will go first. On behalf of Dharamdev, somebody is there who will give Dharamdev relatives or family. Mataji, you want to say? The mother?
Good evening, everyone. Hare Krishna. For those of you who don't know me, I'm one of Avi's sister, Narita. Okay. So many of you may know my brother as a cool, successful, collected person, but believe it or not, he was once a very little guy. And even though he is the man he is today, he's still my annoying baby brother. We're so proud of everything you've achieved and all your endeavors you've been on, especially this one. I've known Revati before him. She is my friend, and I can attest to her qualities, her charms, her intelligence, and of course, she's very pretty, right? On behalf of me and my mom and my family, we welcome you into our family with open arms. We're so happy to have you, and may your marriage be filled with love and happiness. Thank you.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Paramatma Prabhu and his family, who will do that? Paramatma Prabhu himself? Or Vraja? You're not off the hook. Take
it off. Hare Krishna. So, first of all, I'd like to congratulate Avi and Revati on this special day, the day of their wedding. I acknowledge so many important people, here in the audience. Many are on Zoom. Revati has been working with the private sector, so few of them are there on Zoom. So I'd like to acknowledge that. I see Uncle Roop, our good friend of the temple, and close family members of Avi, are here. I'd like to, on this occasion, congratulate both of them again. But on the journey of life, I'd like to say that just like a car takes you from point A to point B on the journey of life, you could say there are four wheels on a car. There's social life, there is your work life, your home life, 1, 2, 3, 4. But the devotees will know that the most important wheel on the car is not 1, 2, 3, 4. It is the steering wheel. And the steering wheel refers to spiritual life. So when Avi first approached me, first approached me, he was hearing about the Hare Krishnas and like that. But when he and his parents approached me, he said to me that he is willing to adopt everything that Revati has been born into. She has been born a devotee. She never engaged in sinful activities, which means the pillars of sinful life are meat eating, gambling, intoxication, etc. She never ate in her life meat, fish, eggs, onion, garlic, and like that. And Avi, has since, he approached me. He has been following nicely all that. He has been chanting, adopting. So I'm very, very satisfied, with him, very satisfied, with the family, very satisfied with all the plans they have for the future. And just to make it short, I wish them the best success. But remember, the foundation of our life, right, is our spiritual life. Material life and material success follows from spiritual life. So make that, the most important goal in your life. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Paramat Prabhu, who fulfilled one of his responsibility this afternoon by handing over his eldest daughter, hands in sacred marriage. So now we extend any other relative, or additionally, I will say friends of the couple. And you have to go quickly, otherwise I'll, our dear Baba. Sorry.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Today, what an awesome evening. I've joined this family some 27 years ago. I don't think he's 27 as yet. I don't think so. And I was with the family throughout. I got married to one of Avi's father's niece. And as Gurudev said that, there are ups and downs in this life, but there's nothing like separation. May it be good or bad, we stick to each other. As my wife always said, she's ashamed to walk with me. That's why she's not here. But still, I'm with the family, I'm for the family, and I will always be with the family. May God wish you happy life, happiness, togetherness, and always Revati. You will stick by your husband and don't be ashamed to walk with him. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So after this, we will get a few Hare Krishnas, friends of Paramatma Prabhu.
Jai Shri Krishna. Everybody, Jai Shri Krishna. You can feel the excitement in the air. I happen to be the fourth brother of Chandra Singh, my sister. and my nephew here, Avi Singh. I happen to be a Sanatan Pandit. I am priest in charge of Shiva Mandir, Edinburgh, and also of La Jealousy Estate. And so I have witnessed a Hare Krishna wedding at a very close point. It was indeed immaculately done. Thank you, Prabhuji. I think Prabhuji means spiritual friend, if I am correct. I want to say congratulations to my nephew Avi and to my wonderful in-law now to be. When we say in-law, it sounds very bad. But when we say daughter-in-law, it means a daughter by law. So, Father, please excuse us by saying now that we have her here in our family by law, right? So, Revati, I have had little experiences with you. Welcome into our family. Avi, you may be the head of the family, but the neck turns the head. So, she's an important part in your life. There's so many things that was done during the marriage. Among one, there was the Sindur Dahan, in which Sindur was placed 7 times, 1 time on the forehead of the bride, and then 6 times upwards, in which Avi has sworn that he will, from the last drop of his blood, protect her for 7 lifetimes if possible. And so I wish both of you, not only in this life to be married to each other, but in the other lives to come, I wish you both the same way likewise. I want to say congratulations to both of you on behalf of my Dharmpatni, the rest of the family from West Coast. And we want to say that may Bhagwan Krishna continue to bless both of you in a blissful and a very, very happy marriage life. Congratulations, guys. May Sri Krishna bless you with lots of children. I take a granddaughter first. I think a daughter is always precious in a home. So I wish you both give me my granddaughter as soon as possible. Thank you.
In this temple, they need a lot of brahmacharis, so be careful. They need a lot of brahmacharis in this temple. So all the families, all the people who get married here, we tell them, you bring forth how much children you want, how much boys you want, but at least bring forth 2 brahmacharis for the temple. So in 18-20 years, we will take 2 boys from them to add to the brahmachari ashram, to add to Sachi Sutta and Hari Kirtan and these boys. So those of you who are on Zoom, you can please raise your hands. In the meantime, I'm seeing Dr. Gomes is saying here, wow. So I almost skipped, the professional circle, those who are coming as their work colleague or from the offices. So you will introduce yourself and go right ahead.
Hare Krishna. Good evening, everyone. Actually, the groom has so much people on his side. I had to build up the courage to come and talk on behalf of my cousin to equal his score. I think I'm the only cousin for her here. First of all, the Haribol life is very challenging. It's very demanding. My aunt, which is... I know. Well, I'm speaking of her experience. Her mom, actually, me and my brother, when we were little, we had to get up like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning to pick chameli flowers. And I remember those days very well. And then the eating habits, it's very healthy. Paramatma has been an inspiration to me. I mean, I mightn't look as much, but I actually became a semi-pro cyclist away. And the eating habits is what he helped me with a lot. And the thing is that, Revati, you're going to move now to the developed world. And to maintain the Haribol life and the strict regime of, eating habits is going to be tough. I've been there, I can tell you that. And to my good friend, I don't know much of you, but I wish you all the best because it's going to take a lot of hard work and dedication. But there's one thing I know, my uncle and my aunt, they had some tough challenges in life, and they made it pretty good. And I think she comes from good pedigree, so she will be your steering wheel, like Paramatma said. And I know he was going to use a car, because that's where I first met him. He had this nice, fancy Datsun, and he was a very, speedy guy back then. So, but he could drive well, though. So, congratulations, and from my brother, my sister, who asked me to make sure that that they're here with you, even though they're not here, and we give you all our best. Okay.
So, sorry, you will have to be like that. It's just a few words. I said, how many seconds I said just now? 15 seconds, huh? 15 seconds I said just now. Or 45 seconds. Dr. Gomes.
Hare Krishna, my dear brother and sister. First of all, congratulations, the married life. I can say, Paramatma Prabhu and Mataji, they treated my son. Whenever come Turkey, they treated own son. That's why I am proud to say I come for my sister marriage. Fortunately, I am so excited. He is a lecturer of University of Guyana, Berbice, as well as Turkey. Now only I know. So, behalf of myself, my family, and behalf of University of Guyana, Berbice campus, wishes to your congratulations and a happy married life. God, Krishna always bless with you people. Krishna always with us. Okay? Hare Krishna.
So that is Professor, Professor's supposed to know time because the two of them are lecturers and professors and all that. Anyone that are dear, we want to give the opportunity at this point in time. Those who are coming from some work office, from the private sector commission or anything like that. I think I finished with friends of the family, but I'll give you a chance since you're...
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I just want to wish Avi and his beautiful Dharmapatni all the best in life. Life is what you make it. Avi, just a word of warning or probably a word of encouragement. I know your mother. For a very, very long time, we worked together as workmates. She happened to be very close to me and my family. I would just want to implore on you that according to Hinduism, when you're married, you're closest to your wife or your Dharmapatni. But I want to beseech through Gurudev and the learned father-in-law that we make an exception here, and Avi must or should always be attached to your mother, because we know where the mother is directly responsible for all that Avi and the two girls have achieved. Once again, let me wish you all the best. And Chandra is approaching her retirement age, so she needs grandchildren. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So note those words. I'm humbly requesting now the Hare Krishnas, beginning from Jagannath Sevak Prabhu from Borbis. Please, Jagannath Sevak Prabhu, as soon as you hear a name. And anyone else, any other Hare Krishnas friends of Paramatma Prabhu, Haridas Prabhu, whoever are here, you will have, I see someone are standing. So after this, you can come here. All those who have to speak, you please come here because you'll take more time.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna. I am so happy to be here this evening, myself and my family. So we would like to, on behalf of myself and family, we would like to extend congratulations to the bride and groom. And there have been many instructions. Please follow. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Victor Fernandez. I'm from the Private Sector Commission. And I want to extend warm wishes to Revati and her husband. When she singled me out and offered me an invitation, I felt real good. I said I had to be here because I consider it special. I want to wish you well in your future endeavors, and I know that you would make a great wife for someone someday. You've always been a pleasant personality and humble, and I always thought that some lucky guy is going to be well rewarded. So may God continue to bless both of you in your future endeavors, and I wish you prosperity and good health in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jagnarayan Prabhu. Miss Jagnarayan Singh. If there is any Hare Krishnas, you have to be here now, otherwise your opportunity will go.
Hare Krishna. I'm not too sure on which side to speak on because I am very close to Paramatma Prabhu, but I've known Chandra for a long time. As a matter of fact, I guess I've known Avi for more than 20 years or more, right? I remember, and sometimes when I see this family, I just feel a little sad because I know of what and the passing of the father and Chiri. Well, first of all, on behalf of myself and family, I want to say congratulations and hope that you have a successful marriage life. You had many people telling you how you should do and what not. It's your life to live, and I'm sure that you need to make those decisions, and whenever the consequences of those, whatever you do, you also accept them, right? Just quickly, Prabhu, if Avi is a half of what his father was, I'm sure he would be a very, very good husband. He would be a very, very good husband. I've known the father very well. As a matter of fact, Chandra will tell you a lot and how we ensure, Asil Alman came before me, how we ensure that they would have gone to school with Chandra Force work and so on. So that's how close I know them, although I was invited by Paramatma to be here, right? Again, congratulations, and I hope that I'm sure that we all are wrong. I'm always here most of the time, and you can always come for some advice if you want and you see anything that goes wrong. And congratulations, and it's a very successful marriage life. Prabhu says many kids, right? Many boys, right?
Many boys, yeah. Anyone else? We're going on Zoom now, right? Because the curtain here is supposed to open at 6:30. Right now the Arti is going on behind the curtain because that means we are losing out. So anybody raise their hands? Amrita? Amrita, you can go.
Hare Krishna. I'm Avi Ellis, Sister Amrita, and I would like to extend congratulations and warmest wishes to the beautiful couple, Avi and Rewati. To my handsome baby brother, may you always be happy as you are today. And my heart is smiling, and I'm so overwhelmed. I know my mom is overwhelmed with joy and happiness. And Dad is, just remember, Dad is there watching from heaven. And we're all so proud of you, of the loving and caring son that you are, and of all that you have accomplished. Congratulations on finding a wonderful wife who complements you perfectly. May your wedding day be the beginning of many adventures. And remember, the key to a successful marriage is to always communicate with each other daily. To the beautiful bride, Rewati, our family is especially blessed to welcome you into our home. And welcome to married life, my sister. May you all, I just want to let you know we're always here. I'm always here for you if you ever need anything. And you are very important to us and loved by all of us. Krishna blessings to both of you on your wedding day. Love you. Thank you.
Cindy, you can go.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
I'm the groom's cousin. Avi, it was an emotional moment for me as I recalled while writing this speech. The days we used to fight for the best spot on Chacha Rohan's bicycle as he took us home from nursery school. The days we used to race our way back to primary school after having lunch at home. The days when I would spend the entire afternoon going on tonight at your house, either watching cartoons or having you and Ari torture me until we all laugh endlessly. I'm a few months older than you, but you have always been right there beside me growing up, and today you're all set for a new life and a new beginning with the most beautiful bride ever. I could not have been prouder. Revati, we have met once, but a little that I've got to know you at my Matikor last month. I know that you're a true gem. Welcome to our crazy little family. On that note, on behalf of the entire Singh's family and all other relatives here in New York, myself and Arvind, congratulations to you both, and may you have a journey ahead filled with everlasting happiness and love. Thank you.
Introduce yourself, and you can go right ahead. Stand here.
Good evening. All right, great. Good evening, everyone. I'm Elroy Charles, actually one of Dharam Dio's colleague from the University of Guyana. That's the Faculty of Agriculture and Forestry, as a lecturer within the that department of agriculture. All right. It would be remiss of me if I actually don't say anything on behalf of the faculty and also of myself and my colleagues who are at the back. Right? Of course, I know Dharamdio from way back, actually. Forrest Dharamdio was my student there at the university, and I'm pleased at his progress at the undergrad as well as the postgrad study that he did. And of course, when he joined university, he called on me to assist him. And of course, he's with us at the University of Guyana. I know Dharamdio he's a very intelligent boy, and I know basically that the choice that he made today is a rewarding one. There's a particular saying that he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. And I no doubt see that he has found himself a good thing in Rewati. Am I correct? All right. So I would want to say to him, as young men, sometimes we certainly don't like to take the advice of our partners, especially our wives. But I want him to know that he should listen to his wife. As a matter of fact, he should really pay attention to her in what she says. There's wisdom in what she says. And I would like to advise him to listen to her. And don't let the sun go down on your wrath. Always communicate. Always ensure that you settle things before proceeding to bed during the evening. All right, so I want to congratulate you, Dharamdio, and I want to say to you, Rewati, certainly you found yourself a decent young man, and he will take care of you and look after your interest. Likewise, I'd like you to ensure that you also pay attention to him and look after his interest. I know you may not be with him for some time, but however, I know your love is strong, and you guys will make it work during the interim. So congratulations once again, and on behalf of our department, we want to say congratulations to you on the bold step that you have taken.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So let's see, we'll probably go for another 6 minutes. So we can take 6 bars in 6 minutes. Anyone there? So Hare Kirtan on behalf of the Hare Krishna Study Center, on behalf of our temple here, on behalf of the youths of the Hare Krishna Study Center.
Hare Krishna. It would be wrong if I'm setting up the camera and I'm not in the camera, right? So I'd like to wish the newlyweds a very, very happy marriage life on behalf of so many people. The temple, the youths, myself and my father and my mother. We'd like to wish you very, 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 very happy marriage life. And I'm no expert in marriage. I'm not married. But I can only repeat what I've heard from my elders. And I have heard this at many wedding ceremonies that I go, that the aim of Grihastha Ashram, or the household life, is to serve Krishna. And that you should make Krishna your third partner. So if there's just the two of you, then when you start rubbing against one another and finding faults and all of these things, you might start quarreling. But if Krishna is there and and the goal is to serve Krishna, then it's like a triangle, right? You two are the bottom here, Krishna is here. So if you go closer to Krishna in your service and you go up the triangle to Krishna, you're eventually becoming more close. So that is all I have to say as a little brother to Revati. So very, very happy marriage life. Thank you for choosing the temple to do your marriage ceremony. It was a pleasure to serve you in this way. Hare Krishna.
I think you are making Dharamdev a little shaky, you know. Revati suddenly have so many brothers. So be careful, young man.
I was waiting for the last, but I think this is very important. To the bride, let me take this opportunity to congratulate the bride and the groom for taking this marvelous vow. But most important, I recall, I will go back in history, I will say in 1982 thereabout, I was distributing Back to Godhead magazine in Blaymont. And there I met an artist. Will you believe me? An artist who would have done so much of artistic work, painting Krishna, painting Lakshmi, painting Radha. Lo and behold, you know who that artist is? The mother of that bride. Not only did she paint the image of Lord Krishna and Lakshmi, she brought forth 3 beautiful Lakshmi to this earth. And let me take this opportunity to congratulate her. I was more or less instrumental in bringing her to the temple as well. Little will you realize that. Param has been known to me since 1978, when we used to go and distribute Back to Godhead magazine back in those days. And little will you believe that Param, the father of the bride, was also instrumental in building Krishna consciousness, in developing Krishna consciousness in the quarantine area. And today, I'm so proud that I can stand before you to see that his Lakshmi, his Radha, I will say his little Radha, his little Lakshmi, has got such a handsome young man of superior quality, of that intelligence, that humility, that tolerance. I was once a teacher as well, and I can tell you, hearing about his supreme quality, I will say they will make a super couple. And I hope that she can bring forth some Lakshmi as well, and some little Krishna as well. So let me take this opportunity to stand and wish the bride and groom a happy marriage, so that they can be prosperous in their endeavor, so that they can achieve the goals and objectives of each and every one of us. May Krishna bless you, and may you continue to achieve your ultimate goal. Hare Krishna to every one of you. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. So that's it. Anyone else? My hands will go like this. Oh. So when the clock reach this side, then you're floor.
Hare Krishna. So first of all, I'd like to extend congratulations to Srimati Revati and Shriman Dharamdev on this very momentous occasion of their marriage. I wish you all the best in the future. I know that whatever I've heard about Dharamdeo, that he would compliment you to a great extent in the way forward. As you have heard from the priest, reciting the English meaning of the 7 steps that was taken. And if you heard carefully, every word pronounced in those different steps was who? Vishnu. So by having Krishna in the center of your life, and you have heard his son also repeat that in the many occasions he attended, marriage ceremonies, that is the success of one's life, by putting Krishna in the center. You have good support system, as Ramapad Swami says. In every couple's life, there needs to be a support system. You have your father, can provide that support tremendously in all that you need to know and to make your life successful. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much. So we just have like 5 minutes more for the Arti. So I'll humbly request that everyone, include the bride and groom, will stand. You will stand and remain where you are. You wouldn't move from there. You will just stand there. And we'll humbly request our dear Pujari, you can please open the curtain. The bride and groom can come in front here. So if anyone wants to say anything, it will be in 5 minutes after the Arti. Sorry you. When we say time, it's... Actually, the curtain should have opened at 6:30, but we accommodate some more people. You can come this way. Our dear Pujari, you can open the curtain. Where is the shawl that you take it away? Stand right. Kirtan, kirtan, kirtan. Jai Shri Shri Paramakana Nitai Gaur Chanda Ki. Hare Krishna. So additionally in sanctifying the wedding, getting the blessings of the Lord, since the wedding took place in the temple here, is very special. It's extraordinary beauty and glowing mercy that you will receive in the short moment that you are getting, especially the bride and groom. So please take full advantage. Take shelter of their lordship. They are the center of your marriage. Hare Krishna. Kirtan.
Hare Krishna,
chanting and dancing.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Remember, wedding means chanting, dancing, singing and dance. So you can clap those hands, you can dance as you wish, no problem. Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Namaste Narasringaya.
You can take your seats once again.
Praladadadayine. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Shrilatankanakalayine. Utonu Shringa, Paratonu Shringa.
Ito Natsimo, Parato Natsimo.
Yato Yato Mitato Shringa.
Yato Yato Yamitato Natsima.
Vayena Shringa, Hridayena Shringa.
Vayena Natsimo, Hridayena Natsimo.
Narasingamadim Sharanam Prapade.
Narasingamadim Sharanam Prapade.
Tava Kara Kamala Vare Naka Adbhuta Shringa. Dalita Hiranyakashipu Anubringa. Ishavarita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare.
Tavatara Kamala Hare Naka Adbhuta Shringara Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanobringa Keshavadita Nada Hari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare.
Keshavadita Nada Hari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare.
Keshavadita Nada Hari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare,
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Shri Shri Paramakana Nitai Gaura Chandake.
Joy.
Hare Krishna. That was a little Arctic, a little part of the Arctic ceremony. And we will continue with one or two more little presentation. In the meantime, if you have some gifts you would like to give them, you can please come forward and offer your gifts. Someone was going to say something, our dear brother, he's coming. Hare Krishna. So pretty much you're free. Bhojan are being served in the hall just below the temple room here. You can please take dinner into your full satisfaction.
Hare Krishna and good evening everyone. I just want to extend hearty congratulations to the bride and groom, and I just want to echo some of the advice already conveyed to you by some of the presenters who said that there is wisdom, and this is for the groom. There is wisdom in the advice given by Revati, and from the perspective of working with her, I can tell you that she's very resourceful and
Hare Krishna, there's still a speech going on. If we can just be a little quiet. Thank you.
I'll wait on the paparazzi.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much. Anyone else would like to say a few words? Okay, so in the meantime, you have your gifts, or you want to come and greet the bride and groom personally, but maintain social distancing. It is not free mixing, so please maintain social distancing. So there's a box here who have some gifts. If you have some envelope and you want to put it. So gifts and family members and close relatives can also take some pictures at this time. And keep in mind that you need to give them bhojan also. Hare Krishna. Kirtan, Kirtan.
Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya